Okay, I'm gonna walk around and introduce everyone. This is Jonas.
Hey.
This is Nikki.
Hello.
Greg. Say hello.
Hello.
Bert.
Hi there.
Joseph.
Hello.
Excuse me. And Steve, our Toastmaster.
Hello.
Thank you. Hello everybody, how are y'all today?
Good.
Just to let you know, Professor, this is the second time I gave this speech in the past 20 minutes because I forgot to push play or record on my computer, so my audience is probably going to be pretty bored. At least they'll know my material, at least. Well, gentlemen, round two of the speech. Anybody here ever wanted to save $46,000?
Yep.
What could you do, Greg, with $46,000?
That's my
Yeah. I don't think anybody would tell their wife, but they always have a interesting way, sly way of finding out. Yeah. $46,000 is a lot of money. You can do a lot of things with $46,000. You guys interested in knowing how you can save $46,000 a year? The title of my speech today is called "The Importance of Performing Preventative Vehicle Maintenance on Your Vehicles." Now, previously, Steve passed out some handouts to you guys. There are 3 pages, and on these pages are the first page, a maintenance schedule for my car, a Buick. The second page is a service maintenance manual, just a sign-off sheet, a record. And the third page is a coupon that I printed out for everybody for an oil change. I want to ask a question of everybody. How much can you afford to spend on your car besides your car payment? Does everybody have a number in their mind? Do you know what you want to spend in excess of your car payment? 0. That's a good answer. Everybody wants to drive that car and not pay 0. You just want to put gas in it, maybe get the oil changed, maybe not. Well, let me tell you, by doing that preventative maintenance on that car will save you thousands of dollars, less headaches, and possibly the possibility of not having to buy another car. And it could also save you an ass chewing from your wife. Excuse my language. Everybody knows what would happen if you didn't put enough water or oil in your car and your wife found out. She'd be highly mad. I know mine would at least. Guys, try this on for size. The average cost of a new car is $32,000. That's just for your average car, 4-door sedan, 4 to 6 cylinders. I know the car that I bought for my wife was in excess of $40,000. I wasn't too pleased about it, but that's what she wanted. And she makes more money than me, so she gets more of a say.
Yeah.
So everybody knows you got to keep your wife happy, right? Just think of that, $32,000 on a car. I remember my grandparents and my parents' first house was about $30,000. That was back in the 70s. Now, cars cost more than some houses do. It's ridiculous, isn't it? The other costs that add up along these lines are rising fuel costs. Does everybody know what it costs to get a tank of gas now? $3.49 a gallon. How much does it cost you to fill up your tank?
$30.
$30?
Yeah.
Right? Or Joseph? 50? Bert? Nikki? Steve?
80 to 100.
Okay, you have a big car then, huh?
Yep.
Okay, so you got a range between $30 and $100. That's a lot of money. A lot of money. Average that up, and U.S. average on filling up the tank is anywhere from $60 to $80 to fill up your gas tank. Could you add, if you were able to save 3.84% in your budget on fuel budget, just by doing preventative maintenance, would you do it? That's a lot of money. In fact, it may not seem like a lot when I tell you what the number is, but just think what it can do for you. If you were able to save 3.84% on your gas purchases, fuel efficiency, that comes out to a little bit over $100 to $150 a year. And that's just getting 1 tank of gas. Everybody knows they probably buy 1.5 to 2, depending on where you drive. Joseph, I know you do a lot of driving, so you probably go through how many tanks every week? 2.5. That's a lot of money. That's a big expense. If you could save that's triple for you. That's $500. Could you use that? So just think about that number, 3.84%, the next time you fill up your car, the next time you go in for maintenance. Insurance. Everybody knows that new cars are more to insure than older cars. It's just all common sense. Newer cars are newer, cost more to fix, cost more to repair, and insurance companies are going to get you coming and going just like the fuel companies will. The average cost, insurance costs rose 2.76% in 2013 to an average of $1,029. Just an average. Some people might be paying more of insurance. So if you could reduce your insurance costs by driving an older car, I'm not really sure what the figure is, but it's less than that. That's just more savings for you. Depreciation cost. The average car depreciates between $4,000 and $10,000 just as soon as you drive, sign the paper, and drive off the lot. Could you guys use $4,000 to $6,000? Yeah. Could you use $10,000? Yeah. Then what would your wife do with $10,000? Not give it to you, right? Good. She could buy a lot of shoes. Take all those factors into effect, just those cost savings, and think about that. Now I'm going to tell you exactly what the preventative maintenance is. Let me give you a figure that I got from the U.S. Department of Federal Highway Administration and the DOT. The average annual miles per vehicle traveled per year is 12,334 miles. This is based on the annual miles traveled, 3,049,047, divided by the total number of vehicle registrants at 247 million. That's just average. And I'm sure those numbers are skewed from each person in this room. There's different averages, but that's just the basic average in the United States. What does that equate down to? Oil changes. At 12,000 miles, you should be doing 3 to 4 oil changes, depending on the model car that you have. Everyone is aware of the old adage, do an oil change every 3,000 miles or every 3 months, right? Just by going off those numbers right there, you're doing 3 or 4 oil changes per month. Now, as I mentioned previously before, on the last page of the handout, there's a coupon for $39.95 at GM Goodrich. This includes a 27-point vehicle inspection and an oil change and tire rotation. Tire rotations are pretty expensive by themselves, usually $25 to $50. So this is a pretty good deal. Oil changes are probably the number one thing that you can do on your car to improve your efficiency and add value to your car. It's going to allow you to drive longer. It's going to allow your car to maintain tip-top shape. And it's also going to allow you to enjoy not paying that many car payments after it's paid off. The second thing is proper tire inflation. Proper tire inflation is something that nobody wants to check because you have to actually physically get down there, get your tire pressure gauge and check it, and it's a pain in the butt. But if you have your tires properly inflated, you can save up to 10%, increase your fuel efficiency by 10% on your car. That's even more fuel savings. That's more money back in your pocket. Rotating the tires. Rotating the tires is very, very important because what rotating the tires does, it extends the life of your tires. It allows your car tires to get even tread wear, and it also allows for better traction. This is increasing your fuel's efficiency and vehicle safety. Check your air filter also. Every time you need an oil change, I have a habit of checking mine. Usually it's 3 or 4 screws you have to take off or clips. And you can check it and see if it's dirty. If it's dirty, replace it. If not, check it next time. But that could save you 3 to 6% fuel efficiency just by checking your air filter. check your fan belts and make sure they're not frayed or cracking, and if so, replace them immediately. You don't want to be sitting on the side of the road between here and Cotulla because you didn't do a check on your fan belt or your your hoses. You could have done it. Take you 5 minutes to do it. You could have replaced it when you had your oil changed. But let me tell you, between here and Cotulla, if you've never been to Cotulla, it's about 127 miles of nothing. Guys, checking your fuel filter is also a very important step in doing preventative maintenance on your car. It only takes a couple of minutes to take off the fuel filter off the ports and to blow it. You can physically blow into it or have an air hose blowed into it. And if it doesn't come out steadily, if it seems like it's constricted, replace it. If it's flowing through pretty good, use the same one. But I would recommend changing your fuel filter either every oil change or every other oil change, just to maintain the optimum fuel economy on your car. And finally, tune-up. A yearly tune-up on a car is recommended. In the past, it was recommended everyone do it every 3 to 6 months. But now these vehicles that are being made by GM and Honda, Nissan, Toyota, Ford, Dodge, whatever company you can name or think of, they all have these cars that don't need tune-ups for 100,000 miles. Do any of you feel comfortable driving your car for 100,000 miles without getting tune-up? I don't. They don't want you to check it because it's going to break down and their GM mechanic's got to fix it. I recommend doing a tune-up at least every year. Get your points changed, your spark plugs, your plug wires. Have your transmission filter replaced. Replace the fluid. Check the batteries. Replace the batteries or battery cables. And also check the brakes. Check the brakes because the brakes are what can save you from death. It's very important you check those. By checking your brakes, you're also making sure that your tires are going to maintain their lifetime. Guys, I know this speech might be a little mundane. We're all guys here. We all know this stuff. But I just wanted to refresh your minds. It being springtime and today being our speech being springtime, I don't want to truculently lead you asunder and not give you good advice or good speech. And if I have, I'm sorry. Guys, overall performing regularly scheduled preventative maintenance on your vehicle can save you thousands of dollars a year. Remember that number that I mentioned at the beginning, $4,000 to $6,000? Depending on what you drive, how you drive, and if you care, that could be quite a bit of money. Now just put those in perspective as I close the speech out. If you were able to drive your car for 1 year, just 1 year with no payments, and you don't have to even say what your car payment is. I know what I pay on mine, too much. If I were able, or you guys were able to drive your car for 1 extra year, how many thousands of dollars would that be in your pocket if you could still drive that car? All you had to do was put gas in it. Do preventative maintenance. Thank you very much.